Hey folks, so I haven't done a scrap video in a while, so I figured I would give a little bit of a tip regarding keys. Now most scrappers scrap the brass keys as brass and the steel keys as steel and the aluminum keys as aluminum. Not a lot of money in aluminum keys, not a lot of money in steel keys, and really, when it comes down to it, not a lot of money in brass keys either. Now, they add up, sure, no problem, easy to deal with, but you're still taking them off of rings, you're still having to stockpile them, and really there's money being left on the table. Now, at one time I had this whole bin full of keys, so basically up to here, full of keys all the way to the back. Now that's a 1 foot by 6 inch box full of keys, so hundreds of keys. Now, weighed a bit, but it was a mix of keys, so there were steel ones, there was aluminum ones, and the brass ones, of course. So I had this pretty much full of keys, or half full, I guess, because it is a half-size bin. Now, there was nothing really unusual in keys. There was maybe a few of this style and that sort of thing, so there was a few interesting ones, but a lot of them were these styles you see here. So there was not a lot of money really in brass compared to the money I got by selling them the way I do. Now, I did have them in the store at one point and still throw them in the store at 75 cents a key Canadian, 2 for $1. It just keeps the kids busy. There's the odd person that buys them for crafts and that sort of thing, but they're not a big seller out of the store. However, I thought, well, it's got to be a better way. So of course I'm selling on Etsy anyway, and I used to sell on eBay. And on those platforms, you can actually sell keys in bulk. So what I do, and you're not going to believe how much I get for 25 keys. So think about how much weight is in 25 keys. And I'll actually do one better. I'll tell you how much 25 keys weigh. I've bagged up 25 keys here. They're all brass ones in this particular case. So how much is this worth in brass? Now, put them on scale. There's 7 ounces of keys, so that's let's see, 7 ounces in pounds is about 0.44 pounds. So brass is at $2 US apparently a pound right now, something like that, maybe a bit more, maybe $2.50. Let's say it's $2.50 a pound. Now, $1.40 or 40.44 of a pound is times 250 is $1.10. So there's $1.10 here. Okay, not bad for keys. All right. Say there could be $1.25 if you had some larger keys in there, something like that. So okay, let's say it's $1.50. You got $1.50 worth of keys. Now, how much do I get for 25 keys? Assorted keys, not all brass even. Steel, aluminum, whatever. A nickel could be. So how much for 25 keys? Well, I get $20 US for those 25 keys. So a far cry from $1.50. So there you go. You can make a lot more by stockpiling some of this minor stuff and putting in a little bit more effort, taking one photograph of some random keys in a bin like here. All I've done on my Etsy listing is take a photo that looks like that and put a selection of keys of 25 different keys for $20 US plus $10 shipping. In Canada, I ship for free because I can get them through the mail slot. So they go at a first class rate for a couple dollars, or $3 maybe, or $4 tops. So A lot of money being left on the table, folks, when you're scrapping your keys out for brass. So, yeah, take my advice and upcycle them. When you're doing your listing, make sure you're putting in craft and assemblage and jewelry and pendant and words like that. So you need your proper keywords in your proper categories and get the eyes on your listings. But if you're doing it right, like I said, you can get $20 US for keys. Well worth it.